Hey folks, Mr. Dell here. We are looking at a histogram and then using that histogram to answer some questions around probability. So this is a question from CPM's course 2, and this is section 7.1.4, number 7-48. It says a principal made the histogram, that's my histogram at the right, to analyze how many years teachers had been teaching at her school. So here's my histogram. So if we're looking at this histogram, right? Histogram represents groups, right? So this is my years of teaching. So we have this category here of years of teaching between 0 and 5. So that's how we read it. Between 0 and 5, so that many years. So if we look at how many, that would be 7. So there are 7, right? This bar, that part of the histogram represents 7. There's 7 teachers that have been teaching from 0 to 5 years. And then between 5 to 10 years, there are, let's see, up to here at 10 teachers. So there's 10 teachers have been teaching between 5 to 10 years. Between 10 to 15 years, you have, looks like 4. And then between 15 to 20 years, number of teachers between 15 to 20 years looks like just 1. So I'll put the 1 there. And then between 20 to 25, looks like we have 2. I'll put the 2 there. Okay. So how many teachers work at the school? Well, if I'm looking at my groups here, I have 7 in this category, 10 in this category, 4, 1, and 2. So if I add all of those up, I would get 24. So there's 24 teachers that work at the school because I can add all of those categories up. The frequency within those categories, right? Frequency is our number of. So if a principal randomly chose one teacher to represent the school at a conference, what is the probability that the teacher would have been teaching at the school for more than 10 years? So the probability teaching more than 10 years. That's what I want to know. What is that probability? Well, remember, probability, first of all, let's review probability. Probability is always the desired outcomes over the total possible outcomes, right? So the desired over the total possible. So what's my desired? Teaching more than 10 years. How many have been teaching more than 10 years? 4, 1, and 2. So 4 plus 1 plus 2 is 7. So there's 7 teachers out of the total possible. Well, how many total possible teachers are there? We did that in the part A, 24. So that would be one representation of probability, right? 7 out of 24. It says write the probability in 2 different ways. Well, probability is a fraction. So I can then write it as a decimal or percent, right? So how do we do that? Well, we need to do the division. I need to figure out what is 24 into 7, right? I'm dividing 7 by 24 because I want to get the decimal equivalent. So I need to, 24 doesn't go to 0, or doesn't go to 7, it goes in 0 times. So I need to add my decimal place, add some zeros. So 24 goes into 70 now. I look at 70. It's like 3 times. Oh, not quite 3. It'd be 2 times. 2 times it'd be 48. Then subtract. I'm going to get 22. I'm going to have to bring another 0 down. And 24 goes into 220. I think I would say 9 times that. Let's see, 36. Carry the 3. You get 1821. So if I subtract, I get a 4. So bring down another 0 just to kind of see where I'm at here. I'm going to round. It goes in there once. So that'd be good enough. So what I have here is 20.21. So that is approximately 0.291, right? So if I want to represent this as a percent, remember percents, you would take and multiply the decimal equivalent by 100 or move the decimal place twice. So as a percent, it's approximately 29%. So we can say 7 out of 24 or approximately 29%. Okay. Part C, what is the probability that a teacher on the staff has been there for fewer than 5 years? Well, fewer than 5 years would be this part, right? This part of the histogram, this grouping. So there's 7. So again, probability of, I'll just do this, less than 5 years is going to be 7 over 24. Once again, 7 over 24 or 29% because we figured out that earlier. Okay, there we go.